Dr. Orna Berry, you're one of the leading pioneers who has struggled over the years to shape the path for women. Was it indeed difficult?
It's very hard to say whether this was difficult, because for me it just came very naturally, and consequently it was easy in the sense that the best is to assist people who want to assist themselves, only with partners who really wanted to dare and be independent.
You paved the way. What would that one word be? The obstacle that you can think of?
I think that it's very important to find people who defer misconceptions and look at what stands in front of them in terms of results. Think results. The obstacle is bias. People are looking at you as a woman. They are not capable of examining what will be the result of your taking a position.
You've straddled the private and public worlds, creating the first startup that was bought by a European giant, Siemens. But you spent much of your professional life in the Ministry of Industry and Trade and Labor, and of course as chief scientist. I guess we could say you started what was the startup industry itself.
It was just becoming something important. My friends, my colleagues, and I were experts in data communications. The company that we worked in wasn't listening to what we said about market directions and what next should be done. So we just got up and left. We were 5 of us.
1 year ago, Orna Berry delivered a TEDx talk discussing her battle with cancer. It took over 2 years to get the medication she needed to live on.
The attitude that I encountered was only financial. It's not in the basket. So if you look at parallels are being treated.
What inspired you to feel that you needed to give back to the public sector, to those in need?
Social justice is something that is well embedded in me. Now, both my parents were committed to society, as are my brothers. All of us believe in being in Israel because of the fact that Jews need a homeland.
Your father, Yoash Sidon, was a legendary leader in his own right. One of the first fighter pilots, head of weapons planning for the Air Force. He served in the Knesset. In 1948, your dad was involved in leading convoys into Jerusalem.
Between that time and the time that he went to flying school, he was accompanying the convoys to Jerusalem, accompanying convoys also from Jerusalem. It's very important that all of us believe that we need to be there for the betterment of society.
What is the most sound advice you can give young women today who can't get there, who are having a really hard time breaking that next glass ceiling?
I suggest to focus on what is that you really want to get to. So just make sure that every morning when you get up, you know where you're going and you make the steps in the 24 hours that follow, you make the steps toward your goal.
What's your happy spot?
My children, my grandchildren, my family, that's a very happy spot. So that's good.